Hi, everyone, and welcome to the Leo Weekly Tarot Bite reading for the week of July 24th through the 30th. This is I Am Illuminated tarot reading for Soul Illumination. My name is Lauren. Hi, and welcome. So this is a quick look at the energy for the week ahead for the sign of Leo. And Leo, we are finally in your season, so I hope all of you are looking forward to a great solar return and hopefully a happy birthday celebration. So we are basing this reading on the two themes that came up prominently in the general collective reading, which was posted on Monday, which was flexible and the High Priestess, which really spoke to staying flexible this week as things around us start to change. There might be a feeling of chaos, but really with the High Priestess coming through, staying true to that intuitive feeling of what we know we're calling in for us. If we think about holding true to that dream, that feeling of the new that we want to have come in, to really kind of use that to ground us, to keep us as the eye of the storm if things are shifting and a little out of our control this week. It's all in the faith that things are shifting and maybe feel a little chaotic because we're actually heralding in the new. It's our intention now that's been set that's allowing something to fall that maybe has been in place. It's now blocking that new from coming in now that you're focused on it. So Leo, we're going to go ahead and we're going to pull some clarifiers here to see what these two themes specifically mean for you this week. So what does Leo need to know about being flexible? All right, so the Queen of Cups. There's a sense here of self-nurturing, of really looking to if you can see here, the Queen of Cups, she's someone who is very much in touch with her emotions. She's very much in touch with that nurturing kind of unconditional love of not only herself, but she puts that out there for others as well. So there's a sense of really embracing that energy. There was a strong theme coming through in the collective reading about really embracing feminine energy this week. Not to say that you have to be a female to be able to do that, but to embrace that level of receptivity that comes with feminine energy, that level of holding space for what we want to create. And then here, through this energy at the Queen of Cups, it's about that kind of unconditional love. That, again, unconditional love of the self and being able to put that out there for others. So there's a sense of kind of staying true to yourself and keeping an eye on what nurtures you the most this week. So if things are getting a little out of control, being able to fall back on those practices, whether it's going to bed an hour earlier so you can stay rested, whether it's building in that yoga or meditation time, or even if it's something as simple as just saying, you know what, I need to, instead of working that extra hour of overtime today, I'm going to just give my brain the rest and I'm going to go and, make a healthy dinner for myself instead of overworking. There's something around that. Now, we also have the King of Cups that came up. Very interesting, Leo. Very interesting. There's almost seems to be kind of a partnership feeling coming in here around maybe you and someone else, really both being in the same energy, which is beautiful. The King of Cups is the masculine component to what I was just speaking to. This can be, if we think about this as kind of the unconditionally loving mother, this is the strong, emotional, unconditionally loving father. And there's a sense here of really embracing that. The King of Cups is someone who also is very emotionally stable and mature, someone who understands how to lead from a place of what they feel and what they care about. This is the energy of Cancer and Scorpio as well, so strong water placement energy. Again, very much a focus on the emotional aspect to your experience this week. And I think when we think about being flexible, what's interesting is that, it's very easy to be flexible when we're in water. There's that sense of kind of going with the flow. And when we're able to go with the flow, that's really when we almost feel kind of the most at peace, right? We're not fighting the current. We're not trying to make something happen. We're just kind of in the moment, enjoying ourselves. So for some of you, this may even be, because a lot of times when strong water placement cards like this come up in a reading too, it could be like, hey, it's time to go to the ocean, time to go to the beach, time to go to the lake. There's something around, it's very supportive for water signs in general to be around water and in water. And that might be something this week that maybe it's like, okay, maybe part of your self-nurturing or self-nourishing gift to yourself is to do something along those lines, to say, you know what, let's just take a trip to the seashore this weekend, something along that. But it can also be, this could also really represent a relationship in your life, a key relationship, specifically a romantic relationship, where both of you are kind of coming into balance on an emotional level, that you're both there to kind of give and support in the way. There's a sense here of really balancing the feminine and the masculine. And that sometimes we get to the point where we think that our emotional self can be more feminine, maybe less masculine. And that's just our culture, especially here in America, where we tend to, look at over or outward displays of emotion as maybe weak. And this is really, I think, getting to that place where you understand the strength of that level of your emotion, and you can understand how to not only, again, be unconditionally loving towards the self and others, more in that feminine energy, the receptivity, or the receptive energy, but then also how can you lead from what you feel? How can you make decisions based on that? How can you initiate new things? So there's something here where if this is around you and a partner, there's something around initiating from what you love, from what you know is nourishing for both of each other, and really kind of coming and, again, coming to a place of balance, which is really beautiful. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what's going on with the High Priestess. What do you intuitively know is coming towards you? What is that intuitive dream that really, I think for you specifically, because this is for your sign, you're feeling called towards to bring into you now? What does Leo need to know for this week? Now, this is a big week for Leo energy in general, just because on the 22nd, so this last Saturday, we did have Venus go retrograde in your sign, and it will stay retrograde through September 3rd. So there's a sense of kind of reevaluating what you value, reevaluating a sense of what you probably would like to have more of in your life. And also reevaluating what you value, but from a heart-based perspective, not from I value money because I need it to survive, but looking at it from another perspective through the heart of I would like to have more of something in my life. Let's say it is money. I'd like to have more monetary wealth in my life so that I can facilitate doing more things with my family that are fun and adventurous, or so that I can facilitate moving to a larger home where we all have more space, or so that I can facilitate a life of freedom and travel. There's something here on getting to that why. Why do you value something? What is that underlying thing you want to bring in through what you value? So we have 8 of Swords and Strength. Now, Strength is your card, Leo. That's you. There's a sense here of really getting to that core part of yourself, that lion-hearted courage to face a mental block, to face where perhaps now your intuition is calling towards something, but your mind is still kind of trapped in the past, meaning your mind is set up for what you have done, for what you have been doing. We are now kind of in the new. And so there's a sense here of having to really take a look at maybe how you used to think is no longer applicable in this new cycle. So there's almost like the sense of maybe getting past a certain limitation, getting past a certain boundary, because the 8 of Swords can really speak to us just kind of, it's almost like I like to call it the labyrinth we've set up for ourselves that we know we're never going to find the end, because every time we try to make we try to turn down a new pathway, we talk ourselves out of it. We're like, oh, well, we know that that's probably not the best way to go, so I'm just going to turn in the other direction and go back the way I've always gone. And then you're back to the beginning, right? And you never actually move through that maze. So there's a sense here really having the strength to take a look at where you have felt mentally blocked, and maybe where it's something that maybe kept you safe for some time. It's something that maybe you said, there's almost a feeling, and I'm going to actually pull a couple extra clarifiers here because I want to see really what this 8 of Swords is speaking to. What is this mental block? or this, I also like to call it my mental programming. This can also be where we believe a certain thing. So again, kind of like when you see these individuals, they're just kind of meandering around in the middle of these swords. They're not trapped. They're just choosing to stay within this narrow window of thought. And so there's a sense here of possibly expanding that vision, especially now being called to maybe realizing an expansion on a dream. There's a sense here of all of us kind of maybe seeing a broader picture for ourselves, and that broader picture for ourselves that we're feeling also now needs to have a broader picture mentally come in. Yes, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So there's the sense that there's opportunity coming in, that the wheel is moving. Ooh, okay, let's see. And that may be that maybe you're choosing not to see something as an opportunity. And this is the strength to say, can you see something this week as the opportunity that it is? And with the Wheel of Fortune also coming in, interesting. So we also have the Three of Cups. I like that. There's a sense here of opportunity around meeting new people, around celebrating with others. There may be something here where maybe there's been where you felt blocked around that. Maybe you have not wanted to reach out to certain people in your life. Maybe you felt like as you're coming into the new, you haven't really been able to meet your tribe. It could even be that you haven't been able to really just celebrate with others in general. Maybe life has kind of gotten out of hand, or you were just really focused on something else in your experience. And this can be that week where all of a sudden you realize that call is to connect with others. And there's a sense here with the Queen and King. This is almost like a parent. Like these are two parents or two people who would be, again, very nurturing to others. And there's a sense of almost like maybe you and this other person, it's time for you to connect with others like yourself. Or maybe this is the partner you're drawing towards you. That can also be the case, that maybe you're looking to bring in the king to your queen or the queen to your king, depending on what energy you're sitting in at this point. And there's something here with, I think there is an opportunity through either a new social circle that's coming in or through a celebration with others. That there's a sense here of like, let's get out of that block and let's just go out there and connect. So I'm going to leave it there. Leo, because this reading is running a little long, but this really does seem to be the week where it's all about getting in touch with your emotions, about sharing that with others. And there's a sense here of the call to possibly a celebration or to connect with a new group of people. And that there's an opportunity this week to really, I think, kind of break through a mental block or mental patterning that you've been kind of stuck in for quite some time. So really keep your eye as to where that's going to be coming in for you. All right, I will leave it there, Leo. I hope you all have a wonderful week ahead. If you'd like to book a personal reading, you can click on the link in the description box below to visit my website. Otherwise, I will have the August tarot scopes for most signs up by the end of this week and starting into the beginning of next week, if you'd like to view those on my channel. All right, everyone, I will see you in those readings if you are here to join me. Bye, everyone.